What'd we get? You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. Let's play mechanic. We don't do that enough, right? So appreciate you guys watching along, liking, subscribing, sharing it up. Channel's growing. John Deere 7320. It's been fighting me this spring. We've had some issues. Put it on the back burner. Really needed to get this and the 4230 back up to good operational level, because we got to get into second cutting. And, well, yeah, it's always good to have a tractor or two around. So what I think is going on is either this pump or the actual ECU. I guess it would ECU. Yeah, I'd have to remember exactly which one it is an issue. We did put new wires on here, or we jumped it across. Yeah, you're not supposed to put butt connectors through them. So what I got to do is actually run new lines, new cables all the way back. So got that. Problem is, I don't have the connector pieces to crimp new cables on and slide them into the weather packs. They were ordered there at the dealership, I guess. They've been there for 3 weeks. I'm not sure why they didn't get shipped here. But with that being said, what's going on in this? I did get the weather pack, the terminal service kit, which is cool. So we got that going on. Put new relays in some of it. It was sweet. Nico, we're not actually going anywhere. Okay. So what's going on with this? I can start it, and it might be the wire connector. Wow, it actually went away. It's kind of weird. It might be the wire connector that's playing games, but then it starts throwing codes. And I'm learning. I guess in school we did a lot with the computers, not so much actually digging into some series of tractors. But if you hold down that button there, which is usually your change level there, diagnostics mode, hit the blinker up, we're in all, so now it's back. So it's throwing a code, that's what that means. So we're in all, if I click up once more, I'm in ECU. If you click the flasher button, so now we're in address 1. If I go to, or 0, if I go to 1, so it says data code. If I click the flasher button again, so here's the active code. It's got 2 different ones in here, 107600, and if I click up, 107605. When I looked that up, I'll shut the tractor off and we'll go over. When I looked that up online, it both had to do with the fuel pump circuit. Let me see exactly. Yeah, am I way out of it? Maybe. So 1076, 1076.0, where's 0? Pumps control valve closure too long. 1076 number 5, pump solenoid circuit open. So that goes back to, it can be 3 things. The wire, which I checked, but I don't believe that how I have it connected right now is not a way to connect wires. So I want to run a new wire. If that doesn't solve the issue, new pump. If that doesn't solve the issue, the actual computer. So, and then in past videos, we've gone over this. The pump can go bad, send bad circuit back to the computer. There's no safeties on the computer side of it. And it will fry the computer and it will do funky things. So yeah, that's the overview of what's going on with this tractor. Problem is I don't have the connectors to connect everything back, to do new connectors. So I'll have to go get that. probably this afternoon I'll swing over there and pick that up, because they should have just got delivered. I'm so confused why they're not delivered. So I still got things to do on the chopper. It's not a priority because I know what I got to do. And that tire's going flat. It's amazing that the tires stayed all aired up, but just little stuff on the chopper, nothing too major. To get into second, 6155 still has the fertilizer spreader on it. We just got to wash that out, and then that will be, what the hell is this? You guys are as confused as I am. I don't know where that came from. It's like a weather stripping. Probably from the plant, so fell in a bag or something. So with that being said, I don't even know what day today is. Thursday the something. Thursday the 24th. Tomorrow, I'm going to get my Duramax motor. I still got more that I personally have to do. Put injectors, put fuel lines, put the pan on, put exhaust manifolds, stuff like that. But it's been a long time coming. So I'm excited for that. But we'll get this off, and the 4230 needs some love. So it got injectors in previous videos. I do gotta tighten some things up again, but it still hates life. Popping this pump off, maybe when it got rebuilt, it didn't get rebuilt properly, or it's not set right. So we're gonna pop that off. And then I'm also gonna try to see if I can get a set of low compression or high compression pistons that will help it start better in the cold. This thing's seen more ether than it should have ever seen. Maybe we got rings blown out. So, and the kits come with liners, pistons, rings, and you'd put bearings in, and then head gasket and heads. So with that being said, that might be my plan for this. Yeah, it's a nice day. It doesn't like life. Wow. Something is not right. First of the packages showing up. Blame machine. What'd we get? Anybody got a guess? We're gonna find out anyways. The other package will be here tomorrow. They were waiting to figure out if they could get the grease line, and it's discontinued or back ordered or something like that. So they emailed me, greenpartsstore.com, awesome people, emailed me yesterday, and they said, send us back what you want to do. And I said, just cancel that part, send everything else. And they said, okay, we bumped it up to overnight shipping due to the weight, so that you have it by the weekend, no charge. That is service, absolutely service. Granted, I've spent like, I don't know, $5,000 with them this spring, which isn't a lot when you get down to it. So, got a new wedge. They come green, so the other ones are yellow. You're not even gonna see it though, because it's inside of in the inside dual. So my other one cracked along the top, so I got a new wedge for that. Something else in here though. Two things from them. Didn't need this, but it's definitely gonna make my life. I figured it was time for this. Anybody have an idea? These should give it away to the mechanic people. Actually, there's a diagram, wiring diagram and everything. AC compressor, updating it. That one locks up, so I don't even want to charge it. but this should updated style and everything, and the wiring, connectors, got everything. Should be ready to rock and roll. Should make this a lot. Once I have AC in that cab, it's going to be a game changer. So thank you, Abilene, for hooking me up with that and the wedge. This was $100 and something bucks, and that was $370, I think. So once we get that figured out, I make sure everything works. There's no leaks up top. I got a seal up top, put the headliner in, put all the panels back on. Should make it a lot better to run having AC, because otherwise that thing's a sweat box. It's like a greenhouse in there. So just bouncing around today. But look, this is over here. And guess what? Bucket works. So I'm just draining the oil out, which actually looks pretty good. Ran it for a while, let it get hot. So what I ended up having, by the way, the safeties are on because everybody always says, oh, this, that. The wires going to here were broke off, and one other wire for the solenoids that ran the bucket. I think it's a safety or whatnot. So the bucket wouldn't move. Now it moves. So we're gonna make sure hydraulic oil is good. Let it finish out draining. This needs a battery, but we'll leave the panels off for a little bit, and then yeah, I do gotta make sure that sits back down. We'll leave the panels off for a little bit, let it run through a break-in stage, and then we'll put panels on, put everything, and we'll be hopefully good to work for years to come. We'll see. So this has been, we have a skid steer, so I just haven't been messing with this one. Got to clean out the driveway since I got projects and the project in the shop. Hopefully we'll do that project in the shop and get that all done. This, not a priority. I do have most of the stuff for it. This, kind of a priority. My father's got to figure out what he wants to do with it. I would like to do high compression pistons and do an in-frame and send the fuel pump out, the injection pump out. But what he likes and what I like are two different things, and I'm mechanical and he's not, so it might sit here. If that's the case, I'm just gonna put it back out back and park it. Well, at least this will be out of the driveway. That's gonna do it for this video. So I'd really like to appreciate anybody who watched yesterday's live stream video. I consider that a success. Really, it's been awesome. I appreciate all the comments, questions, all the interaction. So I didn't expect it to be anything near like that and have so much interaction. With that being said, as you see, I got all sorts of projects going on. I am getting some done. I'm excited. My motor, we're getting my motor in the next episode. So I'm really excited for that. So I appreciate you guys watching along through these ones. And we're going to do a little bit more wrenching. Hopefully get in the 7520 running. And go from there. So appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a good night. And I'll see you on the next video.